These videos emerged after the Deputy President Kindiki toured Kitale, tension engulfed in the region. Gunshots interrupted a protest by young people who were demanding payment, and today questions are rising over what led to that confrontation. Gunshots were heard in Kitale, Trans Nzoia County, after a group of youths blocked a police vehicle while protesting over unpaid mobilization fees linked to an event attended by Deputy President Kindiki. The incident unfolded a day after Deputy President Kindiki visited Kitale for a development tour. On March 25th, video circulating on social media showed a group of youths gathered along a road, visibly agitated. They had stopped a police vehicle. Their demand was clear: they wanted to be paid. According to the footage, the youths were protesting what they described as unpaid mobilization fees. They claimed they had attended the Deputy President event the previous day and had not received compensation. The situation quickly escalated. Voices grew louder, the crowd became more restless, and the road remained blocked. In the midst of the confrontation, a gunshot was heard. The sound cut through the tension. It is believed the shot may have been fired by police officers attempting to disperse the crowd and restore order. At this stage, there has been no official confirmation on whether anyone was injured. Authorities have not released a formal statement detailing the circumstances of the gunshot or the response that followed. What remains clear is what the protest reflects: growing frustration among a section of young people who say they were promised payment for attending a political function. The Deputy President had been in Kitale on March 24th, and during his visit, he inspected and commissioned government projects in the area. The tour also included a public engagement in Maili Saba, where he addressed the residents on ongoing and planned development initiatives. Such visits are often part of broader government outreach efforts. They are meant to inform the public and assess progress on national projects. But in this case, the aftermath has drawn attention away from development and towards the conduct surrounding public gatherings. The claims made by protesting youths point to a larger issue that has been raised before: allegations that political events involve the mobilization of crowds through financial incentives, and these claims have not been new. They have surfaced in political discourse over time, and recent remarks, the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua alleged that the significant amounts of money have been allocated to mobilize crowds for rallies. He claimed that as much as 3 million shillings could be used per event for this purpose. These remarks have added weight to ongoing concerns about the use of resources during political activities. Separately, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has issued warning on the matter. The Commission has cautioned against the use of public resources to fund political campaigns, particularly as the country moves closer to the 2027 general election. The events in Kitale now place these concerns into sharper focus. They raise questions about accountability, about expectations created during political mobilization, and about how such expectations are managed once events conclude. Reactions to the incident has already begun to emerge from political leaders. Sabot Member of Parliament Caleb Amisi has condemned the reported use of force. He has linked the incident to the failure to meet the demands of the protesting youths, and his response reflects a broader concern about how public gatherings are organized and how participants are treated. At the same time, the absence of an official police report leaves key questions unanswered. There is no confirmation on exact sequence of events that led to the gunshot. There is no clarity on whether standard crowd control procedures were followed, and there is no verified information on the condition of those present at the scene after the incident. For residents of Kitale, the disruption was immediate, and the protest over payment quickly turned into a tense confrontation. Movement along the road was affected, and the sound of the gunshot added a layer of fear and uncertainty. And for youths involved, the protest appears to have been driven by unmet expectations. Many had reportedly left their daily activities to attend the deputy president's event. Their demand for payment suggests they believed compensation had been promised. Whether such promises were formally made remains unverified, but the perception of entitlement to payment was strong enough to trigger a public demonstration, and for law enforcement, the situation presented a challenge. Balancing public order with the rights of the protesters is often a delicate task. The use of force, of the perception of it, can quickly shift the narrative of an event. In this case, the reported gunshot has become the defining moment. It has drawn attention from the original grievance to the method of response. As the country moves towards the next election cycle, incidents like this are likely to be closely watched. They highlight the intersection between politics, public participation, and accountability. They also underscore the importance of clear communication during public engagements. Expectations, once created, can shape reactions, and when those expectations are not met, the consequences can unfold quickly. The situation in Kitale remains fluid. Authorities are yet to provide detailed accounts. There is also no official response from the office of the deputy president regarding the claims made by the protesting youths. What is known is based on video evidence and a statement from those present, and investigations continue and more details are expected to emerge. For now, the focus remains on understanding what happened, why the protest escalated, and how similar situations can be prevented in the future. The incident also adds a growing national conversation, a conversation about the role of money in political mobilization, about transparency in public events, and also about the responsibilities of leaders and institutions. For the people of Trans Nzoia County, the events of March 25 are a reminder of how quickly tensions can rise. A gathering meant to follow up on development projects has instead led to confrontation and unanswered questions. The road where the protest took place has since returned to calm, but the issues raised remain unresolved, and the images captured on video continue to circulate, keeping the story alive in public discourse. In Kitale, the echoes of single gunshot now carry a wider message about promises made, expectations raised, and the cost when trust is broken. That is all for today from Kenya Lens Media. We'll bring you news updates as they break, and kindly consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our video.